Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japan, what a sight.
What's up, feeders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan in the news. And faders, today's episode is a very, very special episode because in today's episode, I'm here with a good friend of mine that has done so much in Japan, who's oh my God, dude. I mean, if you had a resume, it would be like a mile long. But yes, we're here with a very dear friend of mine, Fabrice. Oh, I'm going to mess up your last name, but I'm going to say your last name. Fabrice Blancher.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect. My goodness, you're just too nice, man. And your nickname is Fabi.
Fabi, yes.
Fabi. So everybody knows you as Fabi.
Mm-hmm.
And your family calls you Fabi.
Yeah, my family and my friend and everybody call me Fabi.
Okay.
Very easy.
We're going to call you Fabi.
Mm.
And you are an accomplished author.
Mm.
Yes, you're a writer. You're now an official writer. That's awesome. When I knew you, you were just an amazing DJ, and you organized like some of the best parties in Tokyo, some of the most amazing parties in Tokyo, and now you're a writer. Wow, that's awesome.
I start a new life actually.
Start a new life.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It's a new step of my life.
Well, well, let's cheers. Let's kanpai to that. Faders, I love Fabi. Fabi's amazing. He came here to the Got Faded Japan studios with a bottle of, what is this? This is
Rosé.
Rosé.
Pink. From France, from Nîmes, south of France, sure.
I'm getting, as they say in Japan, I'm getting chicken skin. I'm getting chicken skin right now. I'm nervous. This is so good. Okay, so we're gonna have to open it with this medieval device. Dude, you're opening this bottle of wine like a pro. I feel like I'm a novice. I'm an amateur. Oh my goodness. There we go. Yes. French wine. Oh, yeah, Fabi. Oh man, in the house. Oh, merci beaucoup. I have to tell you a secret.
Yes.
I'm a Frenchophile. I've been to France 3-4 times, and every time I've been to France, I've absolutely loved it. I love the culture, I love the food, I love the people, I love the weather. Of course, I love the artwork and the music. But yeah, I love everything about France. And unfortunately, I've only been to Paris. And I know you're from you're from the south of France, right?
Yeah, south of France. Yeah.
South of France.
From Nice.
It's from Nice. I gotta go to Nice. But before that, kanpai.
Cheers. Santé.
Santé. Oh my gosh.
Rosé is perfect. Very light, easy. Nomiasui, we say in Japanese.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, today's weather is so warm and beautiful. It's like the first day of spring, I think. This is like the perfect drink for this weather. This guy's perfect over here. This guy's perfect. Speaking of perfect, all right. So you and I, we met years and years and years ago at one of our favorite DJ bars.
The ones in Ikebukuro.
Yes. Yes. Once in Ikebukuro, faders, is one of the best DJ bars in Japan. It's owned by a very good friend of ours, Rohe, and he's owned it for years. And yeah, he's completely killed the scene up there. I mean, his DJ bar is pretty much put Ikebukuro on the map as a location where you want to go to DJ and to listen to some amazing music. He has events, like 4 times a week?
Yes, 4 times, and many kind of different kind of music. He can play drum and bass, techno, funk, electro. Yes, he's very various style.
He's an amazing person. Such a cool guy. And I love the atmosphere of ones. When you go in there, it's kind of got this like, I don't know, how would you describe the atmosphere of the chandeliers?
It's very cozy.
Very cozy.
Cozy and a family vibe also. Very friendly and family vibe.
Friendly vibe,
yes.
But the interior's got, the wallpaper, the way it's done, it's like, it's kind of like classic French style, like almost like the inside of like a lounge of a castle or something,
Yes.
And it's so sweet. And I don't know how he did it, but he must have some kind of like magic or some wizardry or whatever who did the sound. The sound in there is absolutely perfect. It's loud enough where you can enjoy it perfectly, but you can still talk to your friends and meet people. It is so great. And the drinks there are really good. Yeah. And quite often there's a lot of shots, so be careful. Yeah, I've had a lot of tequila and oh man, whiskey shots. Oh gosh, yeah. Rohe pours them very strong. And when I say strong, I mean big. This is a shot. Man, but I love that
Use
place.
with moderation.
Oh yeah. But Once is a great place, and I met you there. And so you DJ. Do you still DJ?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But so, like I told you before, I make a break to focus on my new project.
Yes.
So on the book to really concentrate and on that. But I'm DJ for 23-year-old now.
Wow.
23 years ago, yes, I start DJ.
Wow.
And also party organizer since 26 years ago. So
pretty much means you're a pro.
yeah, I try to make better and better every time.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm pro, but I think I'm perfectionist. Perfectionist is try to make every time better. Every time you can make better in your music, in your organization, in your art, and in everything in life, you can make better.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. And actually DJing in Tokyo is amazing because, every club that you go to, and even like all the DJ bars that you go to, especially once, they spend so much time and energy making sure that the sound is perfect here. Like you go to other places, I went to a DJ bar in the States when I went back. It wasn't a DJ bar. It was like a place where they had DJs, right? Pretty much. It wasn't because Tokyo, they have DJ bars, but it was just like, they had a DJ. And yeah, the bass is way too, I don't know. You couldn't talk at the bar. You had to talk like this. I just wanted to get a pie and some pretzels. It's like really difficult to communicate, but in Japan, they just do it perfectly,
Yeah, when I arrived in Japan, I was very surprised about the music world.
Yeah.
Because it's very various. There is so many different kind of music. They are so open. There is techno, electro, drum and bass, a lot of trance for sure.
Oh yeah.
And there is also anime party.
It's getting big again.
Yes.
It's getting really big again, yeah.
And all club or almost all small bar, DJ bar, they have full stuff. Full stuff means turntable.
Yep.
Every bar has turntable, very rare in France, for example. Or CDG, good mixer, good decoration, good setting. So everything I was very impressed about that when I arrived in Japan, yes.
Yeah. No, I couldn't agree with you more. I think it's really difficult to find a setup that has a bad mixer.
Yeah, yes.
It's really hard. I mean, you really got to look for like a DJ bar that has a bad mixer, like a Vestex from like 1998.
Yes.
Remember the blue one? There was like the scratch one. Like, I think it was like the second line of scratch mixers that Vestex had. That had the blue top or whatever. Yeah.
Now there is a small place like Bonobo.
Oh, Bonobo's great.
Yes, and the mixer is very old school, but actually it's a pleasure to mix on this mixer. It's not mixer actually. It's I don't know how to describe, but the button are on the top, and you just turn, a very old school style.
It's the disco one, disco mixer.
And it was so pleasure to play on this kind of mixer because it's so old school but the sound is very good also.
Yeah. Bonobo's great.
The sound is great, you know. So yes.
Bonobo's an amazing place in Harajuku. Absolutely fantastic. I used to be in a crew that used to organize parties there like once or twice a month. Do you know Kirin?
No.
No, Kirin, I'll introduce you. He's a module DJ. But anyway, they were organizing events there, and I was like the painter. So like for all their events, I'd go in there and paint in like that little balcony area that they have that's surrounded by like big windows and mirrors in the ceiling. Yeah, I would paint in that room. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the first floor. On the second floor.
No, it was up the stairs.
Second floor.
Yeah.
Up the stairs in the
you go in the side area. Yeah. It's an interesting building. It's an interesting building. Yeah.
It's a small house actually. It's a small house, very underground. I love Bonobo. very special place.
I've had
You
some
have to
great
go
times there. Yeah. Oh my
if you
gosh.
come Tokyo.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mm. And so, okay, so that was your first career, which you have on pause. We pushed the pause button,
Yes,
and you changed that because you wanted to start writing,
yes,
and you just finished your first book.
yes. I just finished the first book. It took me time.
Bravo. Bravo, man. Dude, all right. I wrote a book once. I'm actually I'm an accomplished author myself, but my book is very different from your book.
Mm.
My book was basically kind of like a magazine, and I had my artwork.
Mm-mm.
When I used to do black and white artwork, I had and I'd have for every page there's a picture, and then there's like lines with no words. Because the whole idea was for the person to open up the book, look at the picture, and write their own story.
Mm.
Yes.
You let imagination of everybody free
Yeah.
imagination.
Yeah, I've got like maybe 5 left. They're in the back. I'll give you
like
one. Yeah.
the concept.
Yeah, it's a great concept. But yeah, I know for authors, like real writers, it takes like a long time to write a book. Me, it took a week. Not even a week. I was like, I'll put this picture here and this picture here. This looks great. The most difficult thing for me to write was the title.
Ah, yes. So what's the title?
I forget. No, it's The Spilled Ink is my name.
Yeah.
So anyway, so from one author to another, tell me about your book.
Okay, so let's start by the title.
Yes.
So the title, I'm very proud about this title, actually.
It's a good title.
Time is Life. That's life. So time is life. Already in the title, you have the idea of the book. It's very deep, how I can say, deep concept.
Yeah.
Right? So yes, for sure. So I will talk about time. I will talk about life.
Yes.
Why the time? Because time go fast.
It does.
Time go very fast, and we need to not waste the time. So that is the first idea of the book. Don't waste your time. Use your time wisely and to do many things because we have time and we have time to do many things. And life, why? Because life, it's the most important things we have. We are alive. We have life, and so we need to respect the life we have, and we need to respect the true value of life. The true value of life. So that is the main idea of the book.
It's very powerful. It's very powerful. That's awesome. So that is the main concept of the book. And how did you come up with this concept?
So actually, I left France 13 years ago in 2011 when I was 32 years old. And when I left France, I was kind of over about the France vibe. And I have 1,500 euro in my pocket, but I decided to leave and live in another continent. So I left France and I came in Asia. And during 13 years, I traveled in Asia and I met so many people and I got so many experience. And so finally, when I came in Japan in 2018, I started to write. To not forget my experience. That was the idea of when I start to write. It was to keep memory of all I did, because sometimes you forget, you cannot remember everything. So I start to write, and after I got very busy in Japan because I just arrived. I got job, I got party, I got DJ, I met friends, and the Tokyo life. Like
Tokyo life is pretty insane.
Yeah, Tokyo
great.
life. It's every day someone call you to go party, and you cannot say no because you just arrive and you have to meet people and you have to discover, and it's crazy. So, but that was my life during 5 years. 5 years until I settled down and I got my permanent, my long-term resident visa.
Nice, congratulations.
And finally, I settled myself, and I just celebrate my 45-year-old.
Oh, really?
And I was thinking for my 45-year-old, maybe
my
half life.
Half-life.
Maybe
That's just the beginning.
Half of my life, 45. So I plan to go until 90 minimum.
90 minutes.
So,
I like that.
So half of my life, I was thinking. So I think now it's time to share
Mm.
the half. Enfin, the half part of my life experience.
You've had a lot of experiences.
And
yeah.
so I start to really focus on this on the book and yes, and I work hard actually on
Oh,
that.
dude. Like,
Yes.
all right. I'm an author, but I'm not a writer. You are a writer and an author, and I know writing is not easy.
But actually, it's what I explained at the beginning of my book. I'm not a writer.
Yeah.
I know I'm not. It's my first book, so I don't consider.
I think technically you are a writer.
I'm not consider myself as a writer, professional writer. Same when I start DJ.
Yeah.
The few first years, I didn't consider me as a DJ. This was my passion, you know.
Oh,
so when you start something, it's your passion, you love. And then I got my first salary, my first fee.
Yeah.
My first money for DJ, and I was, wow, they pay me to be DJ.
Yeah. Then
it's
you're
amazing.
Yeah.
And then maybe it took me 8 years before I really feel I'm DJ, professional DJ, you know, because you need to grow up and you need to learn and you need to really focus on this. So now I'm not a writer yet in my mind. I'm just start. It's what I explained. I'm not a writer, but I start to write because I want to share my thoughts and my experience and my feeling about life. So, and also I write that because I'm not. I don't make poesy, you know. I just write what I feel. So sometimes I don't want people. I don't want people stuck on the writing. I want the stuck on the meaning. You know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
It's not how I write. It's what I write.
Yeah.
That's the most important.
Fabi, I couldn't agree with you more.
Voilà.
I think if you're reading something that sounds kind of scripted, it's going to be like reading like a book on how to do math or science or something. When there's nothing wrong with that, but if you're writing from your heart, it's something that can really attract a lot of people because it's more emotional, it's more power, it's more real, you know?
No, for sure, he's right with my deep heart. It's my deep heart. Yes, for sure.
Deep Heart. That should be the name of your next book. My Deep Heart. Awesome. Okay. And for this book, I'm sure you did a lot of research, but how much research did you do?
So actually, because this book, so I travel a lot. So since 45-year-old now, I met so many people and I travel so much. So my inspiration is come from all people I met in my life. So what I talk in the book is not me and create or invent things. It's just things I learn in my life. People touch me. And I just want to give back all my knowledge, all my experiences. And the thing is, so it's a book about life. So I talk about actual event about life. Means what I talk in the book, everybody know. Everybody hear about. But maybe they didn't practice, they didn't understand totally, they didn't really realize what really happened. So to write this book, I make a lot of research because I talk about actual events, about what's happened in the world. For example, I talk about pollution, and I talk about food and water in the world. I talk about actual event in the world. So to support my talk, I put in my book a lot of official sources.
Official sources.
Official sources, official author, quotes, official definition of dictionary. So I really use official support to support my talk and my speak and my thema.
So you had
You
to
know?
do a lot of research. You had
Yes.
to read a lot of books.
Yes, so I read a lot of book. I make research on internet for sure,
Of course.
and I look a lot of movie. Also, like I told you, I'm not really a writer, so I make a lot of research how to editing a book, how to writing a book, how to quote author, how to I take many quotes about many author. Maybe in my book there is 100 author. 100
100. Oh, so you took like 100
100
quotes from
Yes,
authors.
yes,
Like,
author. So I read a lot, and I choose
wow,
the best.
geez.
I
a lot.
I choose, for example, for I talk in the book. I talk about positive thinking. There is one chapter about positive thinking because
Super
to
important.
enjoy your life, one of the most positive, important things is to have positive mind.
Yep.
So I have one chapter about positive thinking.
Great.
And I talk about positive thinking. I talk about how to keep positive thinking. I talk about how to get out negative thinking.
I need to read that one.
and at the end, and I have some quotes about very famous people. Talk about that. Talk about positive thinking.
Oh, that's great. Like who?
Yeah. So and also so it's a ebook, illustrate ebook with picture. It's not only book. It's not only writing. I didn't tell you that it's a surprise. It's a surprise.
My God, my mind is
I keep
blown.
many surprises.
One surprise.
So actually, it's not a simple book. It's it will be published in iBook format, but with picture. And on each pages there is one picture to symbolize the main idea of the pages.
Really?
Means when you can read something, maybe you don't understand, but you look the picture and you understand just looking the picture. So almost you just look the picture, you understand many things already. Because every picture, I choose wisely. Every picture is very strong picture, very with a big meaning. Every picture has a huge meaning. And so
I want to see these pictures.
you will. But yes, so every yes, you read or you watch the picture and you understand the meaning. So it's double effect.
It's cool.
It's double effect.
It's a good idea.
Some people don't understand because this book is little bit psychologic and philosophic.
Well, it's deep. I love it.
Yes, because we talk about life, we talk about mind, how to change, because I will tell you later but the meaning of the book. But it's how to change your vision of life.
That's important.
Because many people lost time, many people don't enjoy their life. And this book, it's how to understand, to appreciate life the maximum with simple things, actually. So let's go to the next step immediately. One of the thema of the book, it's make your dream come true.
Make your dreams come. Well, my dream.
Make your dream come true.
My dream is coming true right now. Hanging out with you and breaking a bottle of wine. All right.
No, yes.
It's a good Saturday.
No, but I have many things to tell about that because my friend, I say about my book, and she say yes, but in our society, in our education, sometimes we lost our dream or we forget what is our dream. And you know what I told to her? I say, it's simple. The first dream everybody can have is simple. Be happy in your life with your surrounding, in your mind and with people around you. It's a simple dream. Just be happy.
Just be happy.
Make a dream is not, I won't be a rock star.
That was my dream.
But yeah.
That was my...
No, okay.
I want to be in the band Poison.
It's possible. It's possible. But not staying in your sofa and only drink. Means I'm not musician, I won't be a rock star. You will never succeed your dream. If you want be a rock star, you can be a rock star. But you have to start playing guitar.
You got to play
and work hard and work hard and work hard, because it's what I explain in the book. Everything is possible. Everything is possible.
Everything is possible.
That is one of the main theme of the book. Say everything is possible, but the key is the action.
Absolutely.
Means
You gotta pull the trigger.
you want to succeed something, you have to action, you have to do, to go in the way, in the direction of your dream. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes for big dream, because can be small dream, I want to have a job, I want to have a house, I want to have a food. It's easy dream and everybody can get that. It's already beautiful to have that. I will come back later about that, but we are lucky to have work, job and food. It's one of the first chapter of my book. Realize how lucky we are. It's one of the other theme of my book. But if you have a big dream, it will take time and it will take effort. It will ask you a lot of time. And I have one quote, I forget the name of the author, but the quote say, people who succeed never give up. People who give up never succeed. People who succeed never give up. People who make the dream come true never give up. People who fail, people who give up fail. No, means if you never give up, that is the secret of the success. Never give up.
Never give up. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of the author. I'm like, was it Einstein? Was it Edison?
I have
Sounds like an
Einstein.
old-
I have Einstein in my book
You
also.
do? Of course you do.
Yeah. But I don't remember exactly because I have so many quotes. So sometimes I forgot the author, but it's the name is in my book.
100.
Yeah.
How can you keep
So
them all
I
track?
cannot remember all the author, but that is the secret. The secret of succeed. It's never give up. And I want to tell you just a story about me.
Yes.
When I left France 13 years ago, my dream was to live in another country. And to live in another country, I want to work, I want a legal visa, and I want to get some money and have some food.
Yeah.
Simple dream.
Pretty simple, but important.
But very difficult, because when you live outside France, outside your country, the most difficult things to get, it's a visa. Visa to stay.
Visa.
Yes, it's the visa. And my mind, 13 years. You know what is my mind 13 years is what kind of visa I will have in 6 months. What will be my visa in 3 months?
Yeah.
Because I start with tourist visa 3 months.
Yep.
And then I got a tourist visa 3 months more. And then I got a business visa 1 year, but it was in Thailand. And in Thailand, I have to go every 3 months. I have to go stamp my visa outside, and I was not sure if I can come back. And so was my head 13 years was what kind of visa I will get for the next step of stay outside France.
So stressful.
I left in 2011. In 2024, in January 2024, so 2 months ago, I got my long-term resident visa
Congratulations.
in Japan for 3 years.
3 years.
And that it took me 13 years to get this visa. And this visa, 3 years maybe looks nothing for you, but 3 years means before I have only 6 months, 3 months, or 1 year. And it goes very fast. But now I got 3 years. Means during 3 years, I don't have to think about my visa during 3 years. You cannot imagine, but it's same. You can live. You can start to live. You cannot imagine. And I wait 13 years to get finally my dream was be stable in one country.
Congratulations.
You understand?
Congratulations.
No, all that to tell you, sometimes your dream is take long. I'm polite, but it take very long time.
Yeah. This is a family podcast. We don't say any bad words ever on Got Fit in Japan. Ever.
Yeah,
I've never said any bad words.
No, but all that to tell you, sometimes make your dream come true. It takes time, but I never give up. Almost it was worst time, difficult time. I never give up, and I continue until I succeed.
Absolutely. And dude, also a stressful time. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, sure, because
Stressful. But like the last 3 weeks where you're kind of waiting for like, to get that information saying that you got the visa or not. I've been there where you're just like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? If I have to leave,
because every time you have to go again to apply for a new visa, you never know what will happen, and you never know if they will keep you, and so you think, what I will do if they don't keep me. Okay, should I go back France? No way.
Wow, I love France. I love France. Yeah, if I had to go to France, I'm like, oh, gee.
Yeah, for vacation, okay, for vacation.
Yeah, all right.
No.
Every place is great for a vacation.
Voilà.
I've never lived there.
Yeah, for vacation.
I want to. But yeah.
Yeah, so that is the main point of the book. It's yes, never give up if you want to succeed your dream, and everything is possible if you trust and you fight for this.
God, dude, I'm so blown away about how much passion you have about your book. This is great. This is absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to read it. And another thing, excuse me, I just want to say that I think your book has got like the most perfect timing, because right now in the world, there's a lot of messed up stuff happening, right? There's a lot of upset people, a lot of people that are depressed, a lot of people that are giving up and stuff. And it's just like, I think right now there's just like a lot of negative energy out there, And I think that we all got to like kind of like come together, and we all got to like start thinking more positively, We all got to start moving in like a positive direction. Instead of fighting each other, we got to start coming together and like holding each other's hands and be like, hey, dude, this is the human race, man. We're all here together, and we gotta like be as positive as we can, and we gotta like just like do what we have in this short amount of time, and just like follow our dreams and just make sure that we're happy. Because if I'm happy and you're happy and everybody's happy, everybody's moving forward,
Sure.
And time is short,
And all the world vibe change.
Yeah, we can all just do that. I think we can change the world.
No,
we are the world.
No.
I saw the documentary
I love Michael Jackson. I saw
the documentary last night. It just came to me.
I love it. I watch also. I watch, but I talk because for sure in my book there is one chapter about music, because I'm DJ
How
organizer.
can you not? You love music.
Sure, and actually, I make you a small teasing, but it's the last chapter of my book.
Oh,
the last chapter of my book, it's about music, because it's why I decided to leave France to another country is for music. To play music outside my country, to share my vibe outside my country. So the last chapter, and I talk about music, I talk about the benefit of music, I talk about why I love music, why I love dance, why it's good for everybody, all the benefits and the positive things about music. So, but that was a small teasing. That is the last chapter.
It's a little teaser. I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wait to read that last chapter.
No, and it's funny why I think about that, because you say we are the world, but my music life starts when I was 8 years old, when my parents bring me in my city to see the concert of Michael Jackson, Bad Tour, in 1990.
Oh, 1990.
Bad Tour.
The Bad Tour.
The Bad Tour of Michael Jackson. I was 8 years old, and I fall in love music. I fall in love Michael Jackson, and my music life starts at this concert.
Wow.
It's really to talk about We Are the World, because we are the world. It's a beautiful meaning, but I love Michael, and
that's awesome, man.
And he started there. Yeah.
Well, it's just like, as I said, I think right now is like the perfect time for you to launch this book, because I think something like this, if everybody starts reading this book, which you should, I think that this is going to really, move people into a more positive light, and like have people like live the lives that they should or want to live, And I think this is great. I mean, time is life. That's it. All right, the show's finished. I got more questions.
Already, it's true. Just the title, I'm so happy about this title, because it's already, it say everything. You know why this title come on this? Why? It's opposite about time is money. Because in my book also, I'm fight against the society condition mind of people.
Money,
so
money.
time is money. is totally wrong. But because time is life, okay? Money is important for the basic needs, but is not the importance of life. The time is important. Time is important because you can do many things you can share. And actually, so it's funny you say it's good time for this book because when I start my introduction, my prologue actually, prologue before the introduction,
Yeah.
I say in this very hard time about war, pollution, and everything,
Yeah.
I think it's very good to come back to the simple value of life. And simple value of life are love, sharing, respect, generosity, service, compassion, and responsibility. And there is few other, but it's the simple. And it's funny you told me that because my father, he just read the prologue.
Yeah.
And my prologue, and my father, he read kind of, he have a lot of knowledge and he was master, he has a school and he read a lot of book. And my father told me, if people don't read your book, but read only your prologue, and they understand your prologue,
Yep.
they can change mine already. And
Well, you shouldn't say that because they're just going to read that.
yes, yes.
Nailed it.
No, but already I will be happy if they read only that. But
No.
but because I'm little bit, I'm utopian. I'm utopian for sure. I'm utopian,
Yeah.
and I think things can change. And the thing is, deep inside me, my dream about this book, it's for sure many people can read, but it's many people can understand. Because more than read, it's not just read. It's same you watch a movie, but you watch movie and you don't, you take nothing from the movie. But I explain in movie, in life, in book, you can understand many things and change your mind. Sorry, but my dream, it's people understand what I want to share and people, and something can change, like you say.
Absolutely.
Something can change. Yes, it's a deep
Oh, cheers to that, man.
dream.
Cheers.
About that.
Bobby, do you mind if I ask you some technical questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I'm not the best writer. I'm not the best writer. I wrote a book with no words.
I love it.
I think the wine's kicking in. But like I think everybody has had writer's block. So when you were writing, did you ever, all right, when did you have writer's block? And if you did, how did you combat writer's block? Were you just like,
So it's about writer block or obstacle?
It's not enough. Well, that's that's a good question. Yeah, let me ask you about obstacles living in Tokyo. But first off, writer's block, where like you're it's like in Japanese, atamamashiro. You know, it's just like your mind is blank. You know?
No, because actually, when so I start to write when I'm arriving in Japan, and I have nothing to do. I have no job. I know nobody. So during this time,
you were somebody.
Yes, but in Japan, I just arrived, so you know, I know one person. So I have 2 months. I have nothing to do. So I start to write, like I told you, to get to keep in mind my memories, you know. And then I told you 5 years, so busy, and I can focus. So finally, last 6 months, I didn't answer my phone. I say no for all the party. I say no for booking and gigs.
What?
I don't go out, and I stay focused in my home. Same hermit, you know, no shave, no wash, and just focus on my book. You know, really a writer, maybe writer style, but really, and it was like this. I can really focus on my project.
So you turned into Stephen King.
Yeah, something like this. And like this, I can, so once a month I go out for relax my mind. But I was mainly focused. Maybe I work Well, it was not only the book because I prepare some video for promotion, logo, yes.
You got a good logo, by the way. I like your logo.
Yeah.
Like the namaste kind of thing inside.
Yeah, because it's the logo. He will show you on the video. He will appear there or there. You can add.
I can do that.
Yes, but yeah, the logo. It's a kind of the life of tree. And so we start by a seed. We born when we are baby, and the roots become grow, and we grow up, and we become a tree.
Yep.
We succeed something and we grow up. Voilà, that is the meaning of the logo.
I love it.
Start by a seed, the roots, we grow up, and we become a tree. Voilà.
It's cool. That's cool.
That is life, actually. It's our life. It's a life of everybody. We start from nothing, and we become something.
So to answer my question, you have no writer's block. You're writing from experience.
No. So finally, it's an autobiography. So I start by my life. So, and I just add experience and some research. So I have not black. And actually, more I write, more I have idea coming, and more I have memories come back. So more I write, more I have idea. And actually, how I write it because I start to write so 5 years ago, and during these 5 years, I think non-stop open my book means every time I met someone, a memory come back, and I take one note, one word. I have a note, memo. I take a memo.
It's got a lot of memos.
And a lot.
I just
and
saw.
You know, I met someone. I remember a story, so I just write one word on my memo, and this word make me remember.
Johnny.
Yes, and this word that maybe one word can make me remember all the stories, all the situation. And so when I start to write again my book, I go check my notes, and I have 1,000 notes.
Oh, Jesus.
And that was a long part because all these notes I had to add to my first writing book. And so every time, yes, I have many. I have maybe sometimes I have three file of notes, and it was just word, So the note, one note is one story, or one note is one concept or one theme, or one thing. And I have to organize all these notes. Means during 5 years, I never stopped to think about my book, but I don't write, but I just take notes. So memo.
There's no writer's block.
And then I go back and I check my notes, and I say, well, I take you one example, but for example, Beauty and Beyond.
Oh my God.
You don't know what means.
That's a third book.
No, Beauty and Beyond, it was one of part of my life when I work in a health center. It's right in the book, but I was a health center because I do many works instead like you. Multifunction. We are multifunction, but
we have a lot of jobs.
And yes, just one word make me remember one story and one things I want to add to my book. So that was really. So finally, I never block. To come back to your question, I never block because more I write, more I have idea, and more I have to add things. And my book was composed like this. You know?
I understand. Being a painter, like, I have the same thing where you're painting and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I could do this. And then you paint something else and you're like, oh, I could put this color over here, this shape right there. And oh, wouldn't it be cool if like this character's smoking a cigarette? Oh, wouldn't that be cool? And
then you go sleep, and when you wake up, you have more idea and more idea coming, So, and actually, I don't know how many times I read this book already because I read and I read again and I read again. And also, I want to tell you, but so I wrote in French, but I will publish in French and English. So it's a double work because every time I change something in French, I need to change in English.
I was going to ask you about that.
So that it was the difficult part. I don't have blog, but I have some difficult part about writing because I need to write properly. Not like we speak. We cannot write how we speak,
You can. Jack Kerouac did.
Yeah.
Jack Kerouac. Have you ever read Jack Kerouac? Reading it is just like almost like reading like a conversation or somebody just talking to you.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah. But no, I think that's absolutely fantastic. And writer's block, yeah, you don't have it because you have so many notes. The problem is you have too many notes, so organizing everything's got to be super complicated.
Yeah,
right?
so it's done now.
Yeah.
But when I restart to write, I have my first writing. How do you say
First draft.
The first draft,
Yeah.
and I have my notes.
Uh-huh.
And that it took me maybe 2 months just to put my notes.
A lot of work.
To put my notes in the book.
Yeah.
But that is give some, more
meat, more flavor,
yes, more
caffeine.
Yes, and more pages,
alcohol.
more pages,
More yeah.
more notion, more knowledge, more concept, more things,
Yeah. No. Okay. Now we kind of like touched on the question when I first asked you the question about writer's block. Like what was it? Obstacles. Yeah. What obstacles do you face like living in Japan? Because I mean, when you live in Tokyo, every day there's something. Faders, maybe you know this, but every single day of the week, there's a million clubs with a million DJs having the best of parties ever. There's a million bars with like a million people having the best of times. There's a million restaurants serving a million different kinds of cuisines, and they're all delicious here in Tokyo. It's nonstop amazingness, right? It is an exciting city to live in.
We say the city never sleep.
Yes,
Shinjuku.
That's an understatement. But the thing is, it's just like this city is absolutely explosive with culture, flavor, and just like good times to have. Like for me, I know a lot of people, more people know me, and it's really difficult for me to get into my studio and actually just work. Like, I mean, it's Saturday right now, and like probably since we started, I probably received like 3 emails from people being like, "Hey man, what are you doing tonight? Hey, this happening, blah 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 blah." It's hard for me to focus sometimes because, especially now that it's spring, so many things are happening. How do you sit down and just block out the rest of like the world and do the work?
Yeah, but actually it was not easy because as you, I'm a night person, and I'm a DJ, and my life was night and party nonstop. Means every day I can have one party. Every day of the week.
Yep.
Every day of the week we can have some invitation. But like
sometimes 3.
Like I told you, I really want to focus on this project.
Yeah.
And I was in France before came back Japan.
Yeah.
And when I came back Japan, nobody knew I'm in Japan during 4 months. So actually nobody knew where I am. And like this, nobody contact me. Or not so much.
Yeah.
Or not so much people knew where I am. So like that, I can be
Stephen King.
Yes, I can be Stephen King, and like that, I can be really focused and stay in my home, and I try to not go out, because if you go out one time, people know you are there. And after they call you, and you have more party and more things, and so the few people knew I'm there. I explained them, I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy, so I really cut contact, connection during 6 months.
It's gonna be so tough. Oh
yeah, it's difficult for us. Imagine.
Oh,
but yeah. So it was not easy. But I was thinking only about the book and project. So I work until 3 a.m. I sleep. I wake up. I continue to work on.
Yeah.
So I was really focused. 100%, 200% of time. So finally, it's like that, because if I continue my life, my normal life, I couldn't.
Yeah, no, it's impossible.
I couldn't finish this project. No, it took me 5 years more,
Yeah. Now that leads me to my next question. For me, when I was younger, I couldn't be creative unless it was nighttime. I couldn't be creative unless it was like 6 p.m. or later. And I would work from 6 p.m. until like maybe, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'd paint, right? But now, I don't know, because I've been painting and doing artwork for so long, I can paint any time of the day, of course, especially if I'm booked. But the thing is, it's just like, I find myself very creative early in the morning. Like when I wake up at 5 o'clock, I mean, my little kitty, Jaja, she wakes me up at 5 o'clock in the morning sometimes, right? She'll wake me up, she wants breakfast, you know? And being like the good dad that I am, I'm like, all right, I'll give you breakfast. What time is it? 5 o'clock, 4:30. Oh my goodness. And so I'll give her food. And then, you know, sometimes I'll go, well, most of the time I go back to bed, but other times I'll just stay awake and I'll pull up my sketchbook and I'll just start sketching. And I come up with some amazing ideas that I've never had before that early in the morning. Do you have the same experience? with
Yeah,
writing?
after I understand that the inspiration.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you need time. It's same for music. When I prepare my music,
Yeah.
I couldn't do any times. Sometimes, many times for music was nighttime. You know,
Usually.
and usually
Yeah.
to prepare the music of the next party is not in daytime. I don't know why, but you have to focus many hours looking for your sound, and then when you find your sound, you have to create your mix. So it's not any time. But for the book, it was kind of different because I think so much about that. It was morning to night.
Oh, all
And
day. Huh?
sometime it was non-stop. I wake up, I go straight on my book. And the thing is, sometimes I have so many ideas. I want to sleep. I want to sleep.
Yeah.
I'm in my bed.
Oh, the circus.
And actually, so many ideas come in, I cannot sleep. So I have to stand up and write. Two options: or you type, or you write your memo. You know, my famous memo.
A true artist.
Yes. So you know, you have idea, you cannot sleep. Yeah, put memo, right to get up from your mind, and then after you can work on. You know. So yes, that was the thing. So sometimes I sleep very late. And I sleep. I don't need to sleep so much. Maybe 6 hours, around 6 hours. It's
you
enough.
get 6 hours?
Yeah, 6.
That's a lot.
Yeah, no, maximum. Actually,
But,
normally I say no. When I was in party, it was 3, 4. It's enough for sleep. But it's
God,
enough.
I know.
But no, but 6 hours. Normally 5, 6 hours. I wake up, I sleep deep, and I can work again. But yes, when something come in mind, because inspiration, you don't choose the time of inspiration.
It's the radar.
When inspiration comes, you have to do. You have to do. Wake up, paint, or write, and that's when it's coming. You cannot choose.
I call it the circus.
Yes.
The circus is like basically, it's like madness that happens to you when you try to go to bed. And only so far, like only creative people that I've talked to have this issue, where it's basically like you do your day job, or you work, or you do whatever you got to do during the day until you're completely exhausted, right? And then you try to go to bed. You're physically and mentally, emotionally exhausted. You go into bed, you pull up the covers, and you lay there. And about 30 seconds later, all of a sudden your brain's like, yo, party time. And all of a sudden, like, all these ideas come in, and it's ideas, it's thoughts, sometimes it's worries and whatever, you know, it's just like all this stuff starts happening, and your brain starts like working like an overdrive, right? It's like dun 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 dun, bring the clowns, you know, and your brain starts going, and then you come up with like some of the best ideas, and what sometimes, you know, and it's just like, yeah, it's hard to sleep, you know, but alcohol helps. So
for
yeah,
sleep,
for
or for
sleeping?
inspiration.
That's a
Me,
great
it's for
question.
sleep. I know. Already.
Well, for enjoying life.
Sometimes
for
when I want to
sleeping-
sleep, I drink
No,
one glass and I go sleep.
for sleeping, yeah. Well, one glass, yeah, but alcohol definitely helps with sleeping. But it's just like, you know, all right. When I'm seriously painting, when I'm painting something like, for example, a portrait, or if I'm doing a commission work, or if I'm doing something that's very detailed, I do not drink at all, not at all. And then, but however, like when I'm painting live, when I'm painting at like a nightclub, you know, the thing is,
It's different.
Oh yeah, it is different. When I paint at a nightclub, 80% of what I'm going to paint is already planned. I'm like, all right, I'm going to have this kind of a character. This is going on, whatever. So I have like a great idea of, oh, please, yeah, I would love a warm up. Thank you. But still, like, you know, 20% is kind of up in the air, because, you know, like you hear like this great song that like maybe like unleashes like a memory or something, or you maybe somebody's wearing like perfume or something that you smell that reminds you of something or whatever. It's just like there's so many things happening, or just the energy of the club, you know, just the whole vibe of it just gives you power, you know? I mean, that's why it's called music. There's a muse, you know, inspiration.
Mm.
And so that will sometimes completely change the painting when I'm painting live, you know? And sometimes I think alcohol actually adds to that. So I do drink when I'm painting at nightclubs, of course. I don't get wasted, but I like to have like 1 or 2 gin and tonics before I start painting. And then I'll have another gin and tonic on the side. And then I'll paint, you know. And I used to do shots because when I used to paint at Club Unit up in Dakanyama, like for some reason it was the thing where people would buy me shots. So I'm painting and someone's like, "Oh, Artie, a shot." And I'm like, "Hell yeah." And I would do a shot. But now not anymore, because I mean, there's a couple of times I'd finish the painting and I'm looking at it, I'm like, "Dude, I nailed it." And it was awesome, but I'm just like, the way I said it, I'm like, "I nailed it." I'm not like, "I nailed it." I'm like, "Wow." I'm like slurring my words and shit, you know. So yeah. But yeah, you know, alcohol sometimes
No,
is good.
after it depends. Everybody is different. So I talk
Yeah.
about that in the book, but everybody react differently.
Yeah.
And so if that helps you,
Yeah.
if you control
Yeah.
what you do,
Oh yeah.
the most important, you know,
Yeah.
that is the most important.
Absolutely. Now, I got to ask you, talking about influences and stuff, did living in Japan influence your book or influence the writing of your book?
So actually, yes, but not for this book.
Really?
Yes.
Wow. That's an interesting answer.
Should I say? Should I say?
Please tell. Yes.
No, maybe
I just got deep a second ago.
No,
Let's get deep in this episode.
No,
Let's go.
because Japan is amazing. I really find my place. The Japanese people, the culture, the respect,
Wonderful.
the mix between old culture and modern culture,
The best.
and the super service, super respect, super take care, shy, and in same time open. So actually, I don't know if it's I can tease so much, but that is.
Well, don't tell us everything.
No, but that's
some of it
it's only my first book.
Yeah. Ah, whoa.
That's only my first book. It's my first book. Means we'll have another one.
Yeah, I know.
And in the maybe not the next one, but for sure I will have a book about Japan.
Really?
Should I say already?
Well, I mean, part of me is like, hell yeah. And part of me is like, no, man, keep that for later. So I don't know, man. I'm going to leave it up to you.
So for sure, I will have a book about Japan.
About Japan. Now, let me just say something. Faders, if he's writing a book about Japan, it's not a book about Japan like chopsticks and sushi and like, you know, let's go to Akihabara kind of stuff. No, this guy has lived a life in Japan. This guy, I mean, he's DJed at some the best clubs with the best DJs at the best events, underground, above ground, raves, nightclubs, you name it. This guy's done it all, right? So if this guy writes a book about Japan, you better read it. You better buy it, then read it.
No, but for sure it will be a mix. I mean, in this book, I'm DJ, but I talk about music, but I talk about life mind, life feeling. And if I write a book about Japan, it will be same idea. Anyway, it will be about life. Live in Japan. Life in Japan. Japan is mine. Japanese music for sure. Japanese everything included. And also Japanese food, maybe sure, but it will be included in all the vibes of the Japanese vibe for sure.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really good. Okay. Wow, dude, we've basically covered almost all my questions. So are you going to do an audiobook?
Alors, so it's I plan to, but for now, so when everything releases, the next part will be audiobook, but with my voice will be French, and maybe I need to find now maybe it's possible to make my voice in English, because I speak English, but I'm not enough good to make all my book in English with my real voice. So I
Yeah.
need to find a way to translate my book in English. But for, like you say, I think audiobook it's very good. Is better than when people are in the car, they can listen. And
Oh, yeah,
they
we're talking about,
send
yeah.
the video, audiobook. So yes, it's a plan.
Audiobooks
It's a
are
plan.
big.
Yeah.
Audiobooks are so big. Yeah, I know a lot of people that listen to audiobooks and podcasts while they're driving. So yeah, I mean, having like an audiobook is like a no-brainer. You definitely got to do it.
But I would like to come back on one thing you asked me about my inspiration.
Yeah, let's talk about
And
inspiration.
I told you, I explained you about I met many people in my travel, in my life, and many. But my first inspiration is very important.
Yeah.
My first inspiration is my grandfather.
Oh, yo! I saw the video on your YouTube page about your grandfather and his birthday.
Ah, you saw already?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, yeah.
But that it's only one of many other. Means my
See,
grandfather.
I'm a good friend.
Yeah,
All right,
yes,
come on.
yeah. But no, because actually I edit many video, but I didn't make public yet.
Oh, really?
I just put this one to try because it's a link, in my ebook. We'll have a link to a video, so
Yeah.
you click on the link and
It goes to YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. But yes, so my first inspiration is my grandfather.
It's beautiful.
Papi Charles.
Yeah.
We live until 99 years old, and he has amazing life. He never have driver license. He never have television. He never had smartphone. He never have computer, and he never have internet. And he stay in the same apartment all his life, 95-year old. But he did so many things. He was so open mind.
Wow.
And so the first chapter of my book, it's a teasing. It's teasing. But the first chapter of my book, it's on my grandfather's life to show in life, almost if you don't have phone, internet, nothing, you can do so many things. And it's the first example of my book. So my first inspiration, and my grandfather, he was amazing. And the second, another teasing, the second chapter of my book, it's one of the most important things in life to enjoy life. It's to keep the vision of child on life, the child outlook.
To be curious.
Yes, to enjoy life, it's a big teasing. But my grandfather has his look until the end. And to enjoy your life, you need to keep the child's outlook. Means you need to stay curious, you need to stay open, you need to you can be scared about difference, but you go to check what is the difference. You go try to understand what is difference. You go to discover. And many people lose that. Many adults, when you become old, you lose this vision. But if you keep the child outlook on life, that is the first lesson of my book. You can enjoy your life much more than if you old and close in your fucking no but if you close.
We're gonna have to have a beep.
No.
We don't ever say bad words on Got Faded Japan.
If you close on your life and you don't you reject any other different, any other culture, any other, you cannot enjoy your life. And the first,
I agree with you. I
completely
agree with you.
And the first thing is that it's keep the child vision on life. And so, for example, I don't know this guy. I'll give you an example.
Oh, okay.
I'm arriving in this room.
How much have you had to drink?
And I say, wow, this guy look weird.
Probably. Look at this little whiny guy.
Okay, this guy look weird. But I have a child vision, and I say, this look weird, but this look interesting. There is something I want to discover. And so I don't escape. I go to him and I say, I touch, child. salle de church, je sais.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's real.
Yeah. I'm
What is
pretty
that?
real.
What
I
is
hope.
that?
Yeah.
And
It's a
you
hack.
say, but finally,
I said, don't touch me.
no. And finally, it's weird, it's different, but it's cool.
Mhm.
It's cool, and I can learn things from him. I can learn things, and that's the child vision. You understand what I mean?
I completely understand. And I think it's like the beauty of youth, like of being a child, because like all children are very curious.
Yeah.
They're curious. They want to learn. They want to know what's going on.
Exactly.
They ask so many questions. Like the biggest word that most kids say in every single language until they're like, I think like 13 or until they become a teenager is why. Why or what? What? What is this? What is that? What is that? Why? Why is the sky blue? Why is the sun yellow? Why am I here? Why am I studying math? Why do I need to know this? Why am I here? You know, they ask so many different questions and stuff like that. Until you get to like a certain age where you just accept everything. You're like, you know? So I think that you're 110% correct. And I completely agree with you that being curious as a child is so important for you to be youthful in your soul, your mind, your body.
Open mind.
Yeah.
And grow up your mind and learn. And actually, so in my book, I have many authors.
Let me just stop you right there. I hate to interrupt you, but it's just like, if everybody was that curious, I think we'd eliminate all the problems, many of the problems that we have in life, like racism and prejudice and just like people hating their neighbors and people being fearful of. If everybody was curious with an open mind, I think the world would really. We are the world.
Yes.
We
Actually,
but
it's the point of the book. I hope people will understand.
Your book is like amazing.
I hope people will understand. We don't care difference. Difference is good. Everybody, anyway, everybody is unique. So we are all different.
Yeah.
So it means it's not about clothes. It's not about where we live. It's not about the money. It's we are all different, and we need to live together.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it's a really deep meaning of the book.
Wow, we are getting so deep on Got Fitted Japan today. This is wild.
And I want to tell you something. So in the book, I use many author quotes, but I create my own quotes.
Yeah, quote yourself. You're the author. You can do. You are God.
So one of my quotes, it's the child curiosity. It's the best. It's one of the best human qualities. The child curiosity. It's one of the best human qualities.
It's true.
You understand what I mean?
100%.
And I talk about child curiosity, not adult curiosity. The child curiosity is one of the best human quality because it's with this quality you can open your mind. Because the book is that it's open your mind, be open to the world around you. Understand you are lucky. We are lucky. And everything there is good everywhere. There is good and bad everywhere. But you can see the good. It's a positive book. You understand that? It's a positive book because for sure you can see there is bad and good everywhere. But the point is, what's the point to keep the bad things? It's no point. It just stay in a negative mood and don't enjoy your life. The point is there is good and bad everywhere, but you can keep the good things. You can keep the positive things. And it is that way you can be happy. Because the book is what I explained. Me, I want to share simple things to people can practice to have a simple life and happy life.
Absolutely.
That is
That is amazing, man. Thank you so much. You know, Fabi, I think you answered all my questions. I think just like having a.
And I have one more thing.
Oh, one more thing. Oh, here we go. Happy birthday to me. Okay, yeah, go.
No, because you say my inspiration.
Yeah.
So I told you people I met, my education, my grandfather.
Yes.
But for sure.
Oh, you got to share that video of your grandfather. It's a very powerful video.
It will be in the.
You got to, it's real, Faders. You got to watch it.
No, because it's a video. It was for celebrate his 95-year-old, and he talk about life. Actually, it's I put also at the end for the conclusion of my book in writing because my grandfather 95-year-old, he explained everything about life. Voilà.
Yes.
C'est just you
Powerful.
listen and you understand and that's it.
Great.
That's it. His life. It's so simple. But I mean, my grandfather. I write here. Huh? I write here. My grandfather, Charles. I love you forever.
That's awesome.
99-year-old, and my inspiration was my parents also.
Really?
Very, because my education. So my grandfather and my parents, and I have a chapter about education because parents' education is very important.
True.
It's very important what they teach you, and my parents were very strong, rough education. Very
Really?
hard sometimes because I need to be straight, I need to be good. So they repeat me nonstop. And I have a chapter about education because parents' education is very important. After, I understand some people don't have this chance of education. But anyway, I have one example to tell you. I have a French friend. He has no parents. He was adopted when he was young. And this guy, he has a vision of life amazing. And he never give up. And he never give up his dream. And actually he succeed. He become one of the most famous hip-hop singer in France.
Oh.
And with an incredible vibe, And so it doesn't matter where you come from, where you're born. It matters only about yourself. Your mind, what you decide. Voilà, that is the conclusion maybe. But it doesn't matter where we come from, where we born, because it's depend about yourself, what you decide to do, what you decide to fight for, and to never give up, and you will succeed. And everything is possible.
Wow, faders, you heard it here. Oh my goodness. If you're not blown away, wow, I'm shocked because right now I am floored. I'm blown away. This is amazing, dude. This book, I mean, Time is Life is a beautiful name for this book, and the message behind it is absolutely spectacular. You spent so much time and so much energy. I mean, you spent 45 years writing this book. Yes. 45 years writing this book, right? And I think that's absolutely amazing. And Fabi, I can't wait to read this. I read the first chapter. I did. And yeah, it's great. It's absolutely fantastic. And I can't wait to read the rest of it. And I know you haven't launched the book right now, but in the future, when people watch this and hear this, how can people find your book?
So it will be on my website. So timeislife.org. And you can find all information, French, English, and the link, the selling link.
Yep.
How do you say? The selling.
The link.
The link for.
I think it's called the link. Yeah.
Link to order the book.
Yeah.
And to finish, I want to say, Time is Life. It's an hymn of life.
That's awesome.
It's a name of life. It's how to appreciate life a maximum and respect people around you and live in peace and share. And I hope everything will be much better after.
Well, I know. I hope everybody reads this book and follows it and just goes with it, because the thing is, if everybody did that, like I said, maybe all our troubles that we're facing in this dark times of 2024 would just kind of melt away, and people would be more positive and see the light of just being happy and positive and helping each other. And just,
Sure.
I mean, dude, time is life. That's it, and yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Fabi.
Thank you to invite me.
Faders, thank you so much for being here tonight, and thank you for listening to this podcast. You know what to do, 5-star review, write something groovy, subscribe, tell a friend, but most importantly before that, definitely go in the show notes and click on Fabi's links. Buy his book, buy the book, read the book, give the book to somebody else, buy the book for somebody, buy the audio book and just listen to it with your friends. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And I think this is a very important thing that we all should do. I'm going to buy the audio book and the actual book. I read a lot of books, believe it or not. People don't really know that, but I read a lot of books. And I think you guys should too. Fabi, fucking it's been. Oh, I said the F word. Sorry.
It's
Oh,
okay, it's
no.
okay.
Oh, I've been drinking too much. Oh gosh. Fabi, my good friend. Thank you for being on the show, bro. All right, man. Thank you so much. I wish you the best of luck, and I know you're going to be very, very successful. I can't wait to read this book and all your future books. Faders, thank you so much for being here tonight. Kampai, and I'll see you next time. Peace.
Thank you. Bye. Peace.
Whoa! Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the Spilled Ink, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my two other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these two things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock.
You are liked.
You are like wanted.
You are liked, wanted, and loved. You are liked, wanted, and loved.
If you want to get off the beaten path at Tokyo and have an unforgettable experience in Japan, well then, Gamuso welcomes you. Have a drink, enjoy a conversation, and make new friends with the locals at Gamuso. Gamuso provides fun and entertainment of all kinds, from live bands, stand-up comedy performances, to art exhibitions. There's always something exciting happening at Gamuso. Gamuso is located in the heart of Tokyo and just a comfortable 3-minute walk from Asagaya. So come on down to Gamuso. We look forward to meeting you.